My name's Ballin, I'm 32 years old. I started my rugby league career with the Brisbane Broncos about 12 years ago now, when I was 18. I spent 3 years at the Broncos and then moved to the Manly Seagulls when I was 21. I spent 11 years there, and I'm currently at the West Tigers for 2 years, so it's been quite a career. When I was first starting out at the Broncos, I did an Australian apprenticeship with the NRL there as a coach's assistant. Also, I did a traineeship or apprenticeship with Fitness, Cert 3 and 4, and I'm fulfilling that now as well as playing rugby league. So I feel like my lifestyle and my balance between work, study and play is really good, and probably doing that from a young age, from an 18-year-old, has really instilled the ethics of working and having a balanced life. I started with the coach's assistant and the strength and conditioning and personal training, and then I wanted to continue on, and the pathway just led me to teaching, and I'm finished doing my teaching now. So yeah, that's right. It started as simple as a coach's assistant apprenticeship, and now I'm nearly a qualified teacher. So the learning process, I think, is infectious, and once you start to gain that knowledge and understand what that knowledge can do for you and what you can do for other people with it, it's just such a great feeling and such a great thing. And for me, it started with that apprenticeship way back when I was 18, and it's just escalated and gained momentum, and I feel really happy that I've done it, and feel really proud that I've done all that education and study. At the time, you don't really realise how much of a challenge it is. And for me, I just had to be organised. I had to look at my training schedule and talk to my coaches about when we were training, and also tell them about my study and how important it was to me, and then balance it out and make sure that I could fulfil all my commitments with rugby league, and then go off to university or my apprenticeship and finish that off. And work it out. And so time management was massive. I had to have a diary. I had to look at each day and each week in advance and say, look, this is what I got on, this is what I have to do, how am I going to do this? And we talked about that communication. I had to talk to my coach and all the other players and my wife and my kids, and just make sure they knew that I had to do these certain things. But then when I'd finish those, I'd be there, and I'd be there playing rugby league, spending time as a father, as a husband, and then off with your mates as well. So yeah, real time management and communication skills were very important, and trial and error. You just had to trial, error, look back, see what worked, see what didn't, and then move forward. I'd really encourage anyone looking to do some study to take up an Australian apprenticeship. There's so many options with apprenticeships, and for kids to do today, there's such a broad range of studies that they can do, and it just really opens up some great opportunities for them as people and as working and for jobs. So I'd 100% encourage people young kids to do apprenticeships and start on it now and work your way towards finishing it.